What's going on, everybody? It's Muno here, coming back with another episode of my Minecraft Survival Let's Play series, episode 22. That's right, 22 episodes. And in the last episode, we built this beautiful, beautiful greenhouse that is behind me, where it shows off all the plant life in Minecraft. Everything is inside this, even the sniffer. Got some sniffers over there. Got the sniffer flowers in here. All the exotic, different stuff to show off. Pumpkins, melons, farm. Anyway, I talked about all that at the end of the last episode. I love the spore blossoms, the way it puts off the particles. Just adds some nice ambiance in here. But in today's episode, as you probably saw by the thumbnail, it's raining inside the greenhouse. That is cool. That is cool. Hold on for a minute. Got to take in like the ambiance in here. But anyway, as you probably saw in the thumbnail, I am making some redstone farms today. That's right. We will be redstoning with Muno. And one of those redstone farms is going to be down here in these trapdoors, because in between episodes, I mined out a ginormous 20 by 20 cube. How awesome is it to insta-mine with the beacon and mine out such a huge area? It's like one of the funnest things in Minecraft. You just and knocking away all the blocks. But these two redstone farms are very important farms. One is so I can have access to a block all the time, and that one is a moss farm. This is all the materials I need to make the moss farm. It will produce bone meal and plus all the moss blocks that you see here, and seeds too, but it'll mainly produce all of the moss stuff you see here. And so then anytime I need any of this stuff for a build, bam, I can come down here. And underneath, since it's underneath the greenhouse, I'm going to make this like an area where I put in a bunch of like nature-y farms, like redstone farms. Like I'm going to put the moss farm probably over here. Then I'm going to have a door that goes this way, probably like a little doorway. And probably have a cactus farm back in there. I'm going to do some like little micro farms, like stuff for the roots from rooted dirt, glow lichen, all the different vines. The two tall flowers, anything like that's probably going to go down here from now on, is what this area is going to be used for. And the second farm that I'm going to build is going to be coming towards the end, at the end of the episode. And I've already picked out a witch hut, because I'm making a witch farm, because I'm getting very, very low on all my redstone stuff, and that will be a great, great source of redstone. So let's just get right into it and start building the moss farm. Okay, so I went ahead and built it off camera because it's a very intricate farm, and I felt like I'd be too tense to try to build it on camera, because I'm still learning on how to like talk while concentrating and doing the content creation thing. And plus, this farm is actually built by a creator called Shebula622. It's Sebalou 622. It's a very easy bone meal moss farm. I'll leave a link in the description because this is their design. This is the channel that I got it off of. But it has some cool features, like I can, like right now I'm getting more, a lot of this is some of the stuff I brung over. But I can flick this lever, and when the torch is off, I'll get more moss being brung in, and whenever I cut it on like this, I'll get more bone meal production. And so I had it on for a minute there so I could have more bone meal getting built up in it. But if you go to the top up here, up this ladder, and you can look in it and see it's pretty much a cobblestone generator. There's a water source right here that can't be turned into obsidian because there's a block over it, or the stone, and so then the lava just keeps pushing it. And then these pistons that you can't see that are under here are on this delay, on this timer, on this clock, and then they keep pushing the blocks like you see. And then underneath it is an observer that detects when a certain block gets the status changed. It triggers the trapdoors to come down and wash all the drops into here, and then it's different hoppers collect it. Some for bone meal, mainly. Some for bone meal, and then I think this one on the far side is what collects it for the collection. But you can also tell it, like I said down here, the first lever, you can tell it to collect more items versus turning stuff into bone meal. But yeah, definitely go check out their video. They explain it really well. It's a very easy follow tutorial. And and then you can't really leave the farm, I don't think, while it's running, because I think if you go out of the chunk and it unloads, it messes up the redstone. I'm not sure on that. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the case. Is you got to be careful with the farm. See, we're starting to get some moss in here. So I can AFK here for a while and get moss blocks when I need it, get a ton of bone meal when I need it, and then whenever I'm done, you can simply just flick this lever. Now watch. The farm will cut off. Hey, quit pushing it. I'm going to collect these because it won't do the last site and throw them down in there. And then now the farm is off. And there you go. That is the moss farm. Okay, so I have been gathering up the materials for the witch farm. This is all the materials for the witch farm here. This shulker box is empty, not needed. I thought I was going to maybe need more. But and this one is going to be all the materials for the item sorter that is going to be connected to the farm, because the witch drops 7 different items, but I'm going to have 8 modules. So I'm going to have 2 for just the redstone because they buffed the redstones with witch farm. But before we get doing that, I do want to show off, I do have a name for the kitty cat. Her name is Lady Perfect. And I also did some ancient debris mining while I was waiting for stuff to smelt and do all that other stuff. And I got bored kind of collecting materials, so I went ancient debris hunting. And if you look inside the inventory, I now have netherite, boots, and pants. I found 8 pieces exactly. And I just like the way that the blue goes with the black netherite, and it's all enchanted. I'm just missing the stuff for a helmet, the chest plate, and then of course the 2 hose. And I'll have everything back. Like I'll have everything completely netherite armor, which would be awesome. So I'm going to take these shulker boxes and I'm going to go out to the farm. I'm going to go through the portal. I got a nice area where I found a witch hut, and I'll be ready to build the farm. So I'll bring you guys back in when I get out there. Okay, so here I am out at the witch hut. I've already disposed of the witch. The black kitty cat is right there. If I get a chance, I will come back and get them, because this is the only place where you can find the solid black kitty cat, as everyone knows. I did some clearing of the trees, but these seem to be stuck on the hut. Let me get rid of these real quick, because can't have any of this stuff in the way, because we're about to have to take this down. But we got to put a temporary block right here. Let me grab it. No, that chest, that one is no. And we're going to take out a few of these blocks here. And we're going to go out to the side like that. And then we're going to go all the way around the entire hut with the blocks. And build frame it up like this is exactly where the witches can spawn. Pretty much marking the area. Man, I love the frogs being out. Swamp, the regular swamp like this, the mangroves over there too, but this regular swamp, man, I love the color of the grass. I love the frogs. It's one of my favorite biomes. But then once we finish doing that, it's going to be okay to dismantle the witch farm now because we have pretty much marked off where they can spawn, and we know our spawning platform now. So I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to dismantle it and then bring you guys back in a second. Okay, so it's all dismantled and put into that shulker box over there by the portal. Now the next step is we're going to add a row of blocks here. Throw the bamboo, well, I'm using bamboo trapdoor, you can use any trapdoor, but they're going to go here on this outside row. And then we can flip them up. And then we're going to want to add a row of blocks here and close it off. There we go. And then we're going to start using our bucket of water to waterlog each block, because this is going to be what's going to happen. We're going to end up, ooh, kitty cat. I get distracted. So sorry. But fill back up the water. And this will be the system that flushes them out. Okay, so now as the little frog buddy joins us here, we're going to go down the sides with the blocks down each side. And then we're going to close off the water as the frog's probably about to get in the water. No, he's not. There we go. Now the next part is the tripwire hook area. And so in order to do the tripwire hook area, we're going to need to put a, I don't have a temporary block. I'll just use one of these, and then the temporary block in, you're going to go 7 down, 7. We're going to do the same thing here. 5, 6, 7. Put a block here and a block there to close that down. And you're going to add in 7 tripwire hooks. And then tie them all together with string, which is hard to do because it is hard to see. Is it? Hold up, I can kind of see it. Okay, yeah, I connected. I just wanted to make sure I connected it. Okay, got that one. Nope. So hard to see that string. There we go, that is engaged. Now the 5th one. That one engaged. The 6th one. That one engaged. And then the final one. Okay, so now that all that's done, you can hear all of them going. Now we're going to put the redstone that will actually activate the trapdoors. All right, so the redstone part is pretty simple. We're just going to put redstone dust across the top there, redstone torch, and then you add 2 more blocks here. And then it's just redstone all the way down the back side of the trapdoors, like so. And then we just test it real quick. And see, there we go, it works. That's 1 layer. So now I'm going to do 2 more, a layer underneath and a layer above. As it's getting nighttime, I'm going to sleep, and I'm going to build those other 2 layers. And pretty much those are the spawning platforms. And then I'll bring you guys back in when I get to the killing chamber area, like where we're going to do it with mine carts. They're going to it's going to entity cram them. That's the way to do it. And so I'll bring you guys in after I get done building the next 2 platforms. Okay, that's all 3 platforms done. So we got one in the bottom, the first one we did in the middle, and the one all the way in the top. Very tedious, very time consuming, but also very demure. Now we go in here. Why didn't that go off? Okay, just making sure it was working. Now we need to slab up the entire farm. So that nothing can spawn up here at all. Now the redstone don't matter because mobs cannot spawn on redstone. But all of these free blocks, they can. So when we're AFKing, we don't want nothing else to be able to spawn but the witches. This farm will produce glowstone, redstone, sticks, glass bottles, spider eyes, the gunpowder, which is going to be great. This will probably be my main AFK farm because I'll be able to get the redstone from it in gunpowder for rockets, which will be amazing. Now, once we put the last few slabs up here, let me make sure. Okay, yeah. Now we want to take some of the whole blocks and fill in. There's going to be 2 sets of nope, not that. I want that block there. But fill in the gap here and this gap there. There we go. Got it. And then you also want to take the slabs and come around here. And let me just build up here so it'll be easier. And slab up this. And then we need to go up 1 more row to this level and slab up this. All right, so it's all slabbed up. Trying to make sure and think. Let's take a fly around. Okay, all redstone that side, all slabbed up that side. All slabbed up top now. Let me double check. Yep. Okay, brilliant. Now, for the fun part, we're going to dig 3 blocks down here, this front row, because this is where the water's going to push them. The water will push them down 3 blocks. All right. Okay, so you're going to want to add a bucket of water there, bucket of water there, and then where the 2 points meet, which is right here, you're going to want to add a sign. I think it's safe. It don't matter which side you put it on. And then you want to go 3 blocks down again. And then this is essentially going to be the killing chamber area. Let me get it because I'm going to end up adding my adding in an item sorter down here as well. So I got to mine out like kind of a big chunk here real quick, and I'll bring you guys back in when that's done. Okay, so for the rest of the farm, basically, you dig 3 down inside the middle where the sign met at, and then you dig another block down and you put the double chest in the hopper here. And then you want to place the rail on there, and then you're going to do 20. I haven't crafted them yet, but I got all my iron on me in a crafting table. And you want to craft 24 mine carts, and you stack them on here. And then you can put a stair here and a block so they don't bust out. And then, why did that click? That's scary. But anyway, then basically they'll come down here, they'll entity cram, and all the drops go into this chest. But since witch farms are buffed now, this... Is it a chicken or a frog messing with me? since they're buffed now, this chest will fill up quick. So what I'm going to probably do is go ahead and get it with all the mine carts stacked, is what I'm thinking, and go ahead and have it built just like this. And then I got to finish digging this hole here down about 4 more blocks deep. And then I'm going to build a staircase that goes out of it this way and put in the item sorter. But I do want to get it running and just show it running how it's supposed to run. So let me finish up all the little final parts of it and then bring you guys back in to kind of show it off. Okay, so now you can see I'm up here on a spawning platform. The farm is all the way down there. It's 64 plus 56 scaffolding all the way up. I did the stacking of the mine carts like I talked about for the entity cramming, and then you cover up the front of the farm with solid blocks and then some slabs. I'm just going to AFK here for just a tiny bit because I think it's been long enough. Let's just... Okay, I'm flying. I'm not free falling. Let's fly down. And let's getting tripped up by the tripwire hook. And I hear witches giggling. Oh, we're going to fly up there and witches are dying due to entity cramming. That is good sounds to hear. Let me get up on top of the farm real quick and get all this scaffolding so I don't lose any, and then we'll jump down into the hole. All I did was I didn't dig out the rest of this yet. I just dug a 3-high hole up to get out, and let's check it. Oh yeah, dude, just that little bit of time. Oh my goodness. They did nerf this. Now, it was running during the day, and I was only up there for the amount of time I was talking to you. There was no off camera, like, sitting there. And look at the red. I've already got 3 stacks of redstone. This is crazy. They did buff this. All right, so the collection system is in place now. The auto sorter. This is an Impulse SV auto sorter. It's really easy that this is the main chest with all the mine carts that they're entity cramming on, and all the items that go into this double chest that we laid from the beginning go down this hopper, and then they'll go through this whole chain of hoppers here, and then it filters it out. Like the first 2, you got to have the filler items here, and then it fills up with 41 of that item, and that's going to be redstone, that's the gunpowder, that's going to be glowstone, sugar, glass bottles, the spider eye, and then sticks at the very last one. I haven't ran it enough to get these 41 of each of the items, but now that is what I'm going to go do now, is I got the glass and the trap door back from the base, and then the item frames to know which one's which. And then I'm going to go up here and fix my AFK spot. But before I do that, I want to show off, like, that's how little redstone I got. Just almost 3 stacks and a piston. And then this is the little bit we've got just doing that little AFK session earlier. So I'm going to go up to the AFK spot and fix it the way I like it, with the glass blocks and then the trap door in the middle, like at the mob farm that I got. And then I'm going to AFK there for about an hour in real life time and just see what we get, see the results, see the rates. So I'm going to head up and do that, and then I'll bring you guys back after I've fixed the AFK spot. Okay, so I've been AFKing for an hour. It is raining, pouring down. But let me get this jump just right. There we go. Let's fly down and go check the rates. Hopefully nothing bad happened, like it quit working or something. Where's the entrance at? Oh, right here. All right, let's look. Oh my goodness. That is one. Woo, that is a lot. That's almost the whole double chest full of redstone. That's one, and then there's not going to be anything in this one. 55 gunpowder. You're not. They just buffed the redstone drop part of it, I think. Not all the drops. 55 gunpowder, 60 glowstone, so 65 sugar. Got some glass bottles, pretty good. So stack of spider eyes, and then stick. This is going to be great with stick. Like I could take all these sticks back because sticks go just about in every single crafting recipe. You need it for comparators. You need it for repeaters because you need redstone torches for all that stuff. This is awesome. Like the fact that it dropped this much in just that little AFK time. That, like, I'll never go broke with redstone ever again. Let me put, matter of fact, let me fill this up here. Go ahead and fill it up. And then I can just come back here anytime and grab more. It's just crazy how much it is. Let's see. Yeah, well, I'll leave the piston in there. Put all the rest of this back up. So anytime I'm getting low on redstone, I can turn all this into blocks and hold a whole lot more in here, but I like leaving it in the dust form so I can use it for the builds. I mean, eventually if it gets to where like I'm using so much up so quick, then I will start to store it in the block form. But now that we've done that, I'm gonna head back to base and I'm gonna AFK at the moss farm now and see some rates on that. Okay, so I've been AFKing at the moss farm. Well, let me pick up my ender chest here because I've been doing some tweaking to it. I mean, you can tell I've been AFK at the moss farm. There are signs. I've used a ton of moss carpet just to cover the floor because instead of really being AFK, I was thinking of other little farms I can put in here, and then I got bored of thinking, so then I started displacing moss carpet. And I had to add a double chest because look at all this moss that it's accumulated. A whole row plus this. The carpets were a bunch of rows, but that happened. Next episode is going to be some redstone episodes. Like we did redstone this episode, and I want to start getting into some more farms too, like to lay the groundwork for just any block I need, I can go get it. And like a huge one is a gold farm above the nether roof that will lead to like a piglin bartering farm where I can get a ton of blocks from those guys. Even a frog light farm. I've never built a frog light farm in Minecraft, and that's like a project I really want to do. So I just wanted to kind of share my thought process with you guys and share about what I'm going to be tackling next in the series and all that good stuff. So anyway, it is running out of time in this episode as I try to walk perfectly down the middle there. There we go. It is at the end of the episode with you guys. And I hope you really enjoyed this episode. And me, I just got fast there. So you see how fast I was running? But anyway, I hope you really enjoyed me building these two farms. I really loved the witch farm and how it turned out. It's fantastic. I should have built that earlier. It's so easy to build and it's so awesome. I will be linking Impulse's item sorter in the description and the moss farm creator in the description. So with all that being said, that is the end of the episode. My name is Haimuno. Hope I see you guys next time. Goodbye.